What we're doing is we're cutting your pieces in half, and the reason for that is that the unit we're going to run it on is 16 inches wide. So we're going to use we call it a 30-40 unit on this. But I think what you're more likely going to need is the 30-80, which is twice as wide. That's why we're cutting them in half. And this is a picture of the machine that we're going to run it on. And this is the rotor structure. So it's nice knives. There's three rows of knives on this unit. It's a 10 horsepower unit. Very simple to close, easy control panel. They're just going to evacuate it to the side, and I'm just going to close it right now. And we're going to run the pieces. We're going to run it in it's a 12 millimeter screen on this unit right now. I'm only going to run half your sample size, and then leave the other half in case you want me to run it with a smaller screen. But your material is fairly thin stuff, so we tend to run it with a bigger screen on it. And we're going to run it through this back chute here. The material is going to come down here, right to the rotor. It's going to pull it in and do a really nice job for you. So I'm going to stop this video, start up the machine, and start feeding parts into it. All right, we're going to start the machine right now. I'm first going to start the blower part, and then the granulator. And Paul's going to start loading them up in the back for me to show you. You got it? There you go. The material is going to come out right here when it's ground. So it looks like here's the material flying out. She's coming out pretty good. Paul's loading her fairly quickly just to show how she goes. And again, we're using a 12 millimeter screen. And there's no heat at all on your material. Here's the material we ran. Again, it's run with a 12 millimeter screen, and it's cutting quite nice. Not a lot of dust in it. You get some variety of products. This can easily go down to a 6mm screen without any problems. There's no heat in there, and that's one of the things you always want to look at is you don't build up heat. And we fed her pretty quickly. You see, you get a good sample of material there from that run. And again, we ran this with a 3040 granulator, 10mm screen. And for your size pieces, you would need a 3080 unit, and that way you don't have to cut them like we're cutting them in half. You just put them straight in, and then you have the same effect.